Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua Montero, and I want to share some information that I found out about cybersecurity and how it's going to affect us in 2020 and how it might transform through about 2040. And remember, forecasting is not a guarantee. These are educated guesses that are based on current data and historical trends. So let's get into it. While researching the cybersecurity industry and forecasting, there were some commonalities among the next 20 years. And I want to go over some of those with you as well as some of the differences. First, let's talk about the similarities. AI, connected devices, and evolution are some of the common characteristics among the next 20 years of cybersecurity. Some of the differences are the focal points and how they shift from the establishment of the digital landscape to the maintenance, control, and evolution slash integration of it all. Now let's get into 2020. In 2020, financial institutions really need to continue growing their cybersecurity defenses. And AI is starting to show its power and benefits right now and in the future. Statistically, financial gains are the primary reason for cyber attacks, and the cost of cyber attack mitigations are expected to exceed $6 trillion by 2021. The dark web is continuing to grow and become a powerhouse for cyber criminals with the ease of access to tools that used to require a high level of skill to perform are now being offered to your kind of average Joe to perform crimes. And lastly, the cloud is continuing to grow, expand, and become more integrated into our cyber lives. It is because of how significant and fast that it is growing that the vulnerabilities are going to be targeted more than ever before. The personal data that is being stored in the cloud is and could be detrimental to many things if put in the wrong hands. Let's get into 2030. Forecasting out 10 years is really speculation and assumption based on the data that we have with patterns and trends. The dark web is going to continue to grow to be a tool for cyber criminals to use as leverage for their acts and desires. There are some fears about how hackers could potentially get a hold of information regarding nuclear warfare. Since so much of this data is computerized, this is serious. This is a serious area of concern because of the ramifications that it holds if it ends up in the wrong person's hands. The ability to attack an economy using cyber tactics is becoming easier because of the data that is stored digitally. So, cyber warfare is going to become more detrimental and accessible in the not too distant future. As technology becomes more and more integrated, the result is going to be more internet devices connected to us, providing more opportunities for cybercrimes to happen. By this time, AI should be much more integrated into our digital landscape and functioning in the majority of our digital processing. AI is going to be almost its own entity, which will start conversations about AI and should it have rights and laws to support them. By 2040, concepts that we once thought were just in futuristic movies are going to start becoming reality. The movie everyone references when it comes to future AI, well, at least that I'm aware of, is Terminator because of Skynet, an AI system that turns on its creators, the humans, and tries to kill off humanity. And when these movies were published, the content seemed out of this world futuristic, right? But compared to today, some of the concepts are very real, I mean, if not already here. The concerns that are being expressed here have a lot to do with a much higher level of human to technology integration, like digitally stored consciousness and AI that is seen as its own entity having legal rights. These are all very relevant concerns as they have been kind of predicted or conceptualized already, showing that humans hold these values inherently. And where do I stand with all this? How much of this do I think is accurate? Uh, a lot, unfortunately. The link between humans and technology is as strong as it gets. Our species and technology are codependent with each other, and our inherent need to constantly improve is only powering the evolution in this tech space. I do think that AI is going to become a very present part of our lives, and it is going to evolve fast and strong across many different areas. I do feel like humans would grant legal rights to AI when it becomes more human like because of our nature and emotional connection to things. I am more excited than ever about where our world is going technologically, but I am equally as scared to see what is going to happen because, well, let's face it, we can only predict the future, not tell it.